That Horror Couple. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Rob.
And we are so pumped because The Walking Dead Dead City just premiered last night and we want to talk all about it.
Dude, damn.
So good.
I loved it. Loved it, dude.
So good.
Just when you think Negan can't get any more cool, rad,
Or
badass, he becomes Snake Plissken.
Who?
Escape from New York, Kurt Russell.
Oh. I should have known that. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, right? Well, you put Negan in a city. He's the new Snake Plissken, damn
I
it.
guess so.
Oh, God, I should have said Guardians. You would have known her.
Yeah.
Like, he's in that other movie you like.
Oh, what movie? Jeffrey D. Morgan?
No, it's Kurt Russell.
Oh, he was in Guardians Volume 2. Yeah, you're right.
I could have said Guardians. You would have known.
Yeah, I would have known, yeah.
But yeah, he had an eye patch.
Yeah, I've seen the movie. Yeah,
wild.
I just forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But fucking.
It was awesome.
Walking Dead in New York City to me was amazing, and we didn't just get the city look.
Yeah.
We got they were in the ocean on boats.
Yeah.
Negan was gonna throw a guy overboard.
Yeah.
Actually, Overboard is another Kurt Russell film.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, with Goldie Hawn.
Came out in 1987.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
Let's get into it.
That horror couple.
Oh yeah.
That horror couple.
It's us.
That horror couple. That horror couple. And they talk about horror.
Like and subscribe. So this episode is titled Old Acquaintances, and it's the episode 1 of the first season of Dead City. We get to see Maggie, and she's looking at Manhattan, and we see all these hordes of walkers. The cinematography is just out of this world.
That scene where she looks through the binoculars and you just see the whole landscape. Right away we see a herd, so it sets the tone. And like I said in the intro, I just love the look of New York. I mean, it just sets the mood right away. I love the feel of it. It's just, this is so cool. Apparently they had like a bigger budget than they had in The Walking Dead, and it shows. I mean, the look of the walkers, the atmosphere, everything.
Cinematography.
They had like an insane herd too.
Yeah, it was really cool. I love seeing like all the herds of the walkers. It's so terrifying to think of putting yourself in that situation,
Dude, right off the bat, Maggie kicks ass.
Yes.
And totally demolishes a walker too.
Yeah, and it kind of reminds.
It was like a brutal kill to the point where we're like, yo, she's been through some shit.
Yeah.
There's something we don't know.
Yeah, there's something weird going on, and what we find out.
She was like, die!
Yeah.
I'm like oh man.
Like Corey Feldman on Jason in like the final chapter.
Yeah, dude, that's what it was like. Dude, but it was like overkill.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, it was that was crazy. It reminded me like the way she smashed the walker's head in. It reminded me.
It was a
like
chubby ass
Glenn.
walker too.
Yeah. Ugh. Gross.
Well, she's reminded of Glenn too. You can tell that's still with her too. You can tell.
Yeah.
But
so
anyway,
sad.
so what happens next? She
She goes to this hotel called the Motor Inn. She goes in their bar and she's like, telling them she's from like about an hour and a half away, and she's looking for, she got overrated by walkers and she needs someone to help her clear them out. And they're like, oh, we know a guy for that. And she knows that the guy is Negan, and she goes into his hotel, finds his room, starts snooping through his stuff, and they catch her.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I knew Maggie and Negan is almost a tongue twister.
Yeah.
I knew Maggie and Negan were going to be on the show, but I was like, how are they going to bring this together? So my first thought was, I was like, why is she looking for Negan?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, something must have happened. She must need him. So she's trying to track him down. Turns out his hotel room is empty.
Yeah.
But she runs into like these like backwards ass mofos.
I know, they capture her and they're like, what are you doing? Like, why are you snooping? We know you're lying. And then, chaos ensues, and then we see Negan and she's like, you.
But before chaos ensued, she was in trouble.
Yeah.
And this version of Maggie is badass. She doesn't fuck around. She had a knife in her boot, dude.
Yeah, that was really cool. She's like,
what the hell was that? Was like some kung fu ginsu shit.
Yeah, like a switchblade. Sorry.
Yeah, she's stabbing people with her foot, though.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then finally, Negan and Maggie meet, and when they get to talking, she actually explains what's going on.
That Herschel was taken, by
she
the
was
Croat.
raided.
So Maggie chases after Negan, and she catches up to him, and he's basically like, what's going on? Like, and she explains to him, there's this guy, and he took Herschel, and he did the Savior's whistle. And the only other time I've ever heard that was the first night that I met you.
This whole thing goes back, and that's the thing. I don't think of this like a spin-off. I think of Fear of Walking Dead more of like a spin-off. This is more of like a continuation.
Yeah.
Because
it's the same characters.
Yeah, the characters are still there. The Savior's like aftermath is still affecting like the current situation. And but Negan is still like likable and awesome. And he finds out he's wanted actually.
Yeah.
And didn't he make a comment like he looks cool in the
He's like, I look damn good on here. Yeah, it was like a wanted poster.
In the wanted poster, yeah. But there is a soft side to him too, because he's looking after this little girl
named Jenny. Yeah. And we find out that Jenny, her poor, like, she doesn't speak because she's so traumatized because she found her father as a walker. So, Negan's kind of taken her under his wing. He takes care of her, and he basically tells Maggie, listen, I'll help you, like, find this guy, but you need to make sure Jenny's safe. And so they take Jenny to Maggie's people.
No, but she actually dropped his name, though. And when she dropped his name to Negan, Negan goes, yo, that guy is no good. He goes, this guy is crazy. Like, and for Negan to say this guy's fucked up, he's got to be fucked.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, am I right? Like, Negan's got to be like, dude, that guy?
Yeah. For Negan to say that, that's pretty bad. Yeah. No, the Croat sounds like a really bad dude.
That's a badass name, too. That's a scary-ass name.
Croat.
Hello, Mr. Croat. How are you? What about that interaction between Maggie and Negan, though, where they were talking? And we actually got a backstory, a little bit of Negan, where he told us a little bit about his dad and how his dad was going to show him the Statue of Liberty, but never did. And
yes, he says that, we get it kind of humanizes Negan more the more we learn about him. Like here and there. Well,
we talked about something happening to Maggie, but I feel like something happened to Negan too, because when they brought up his wife, when Maggie asked about her, he stayed quiet, didn't say
he
anything.
ignored the question.
And the whole time he's holding this bracelet in his hand like this as he's talking. So I'm thinking, is that
I think his wife and child died.
Yeah, because if you remember Annie, his wife, she used to wear bracelets all the time.
Yeah,
like
I remember.
Dead, so
yeah,
I'm thinking
that's her bracelet. He's like honoring her by like having.
There's still a lot we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. We're just speculating. So, and we also meet another new character named Pearlie Armstrong. He's a marshal, like a vigilante marshal from New Babylon, around the area where Maggie and Negan were at in the Motor Inn.
He's Creighton Duke's brother.
Yeah, right? Yeah. From Jason Goes to Hell.
I'm gonna kill Jason Voorhees.
Basically, it's Creighton Duke.
Right? It looks like him.
Pushing a hot dog through a donut.
Yeah. And this Armstrong guy, he shows back up at the Motor Inn, and he questions these people. He's like, have you seen this woman? And he describes Maggie, and he's asking about Negan, and they don't want to tell him. So he actually throws one of the people he's questioning, like, to the walkers, and, like, lets her get eaten in front of all these other people.
Yeah, and this character is really a cool character. He seems like he's trying to do the right thing, but he seems very like he doesn't take no shit either.
Yeah.
What impressed me was he knew like Negan's whole like reputation. He's like he killed a guy right in front of his pregnant wife. Now I don't know how he knew that. Maybe word gets around. Maybe he's hanging around with some saviors. Maybe he was a savior because when he killed Glenn, it was around a bunch of people.
Yeah, there was like a whole community of people there.
Maybe he was there. Maybe he just heard folklore.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. But so he basically these people are looking for him and they're not happy with Negan.
Yeah.
And he finds this goddamn map on the ground.
He finds the map that Maggie dropped
with a missing page, and he's like, "What page is missing?" And of course, it's Manhattan. So he's like,
I'm gonna
to
follow
Manhattan.
Them. Yep. So he follows them, and one of his like junior marshal, as Negan calls him. Maggie and Negan capture the junior marshal, and so the Armstrong guy has to like chase after them. And it's the scene with Negan and Maggie are in a boat. And
I like that scene too.
Negan wants to throw the guy overboard and tell him he could swim back to shore. And Maggie's like, no, we're keeping him. And she's like, you're just so horrible. You're the kind of person that does horrible things. And he's like, Maggie, how many husbands and fathers have you killed? And she's like...
No, that was a good back and forth though. Yeah. And they both made good points. And she goes, what you did, I cannot forget. You don't just move on from. And he goes, we all done shit. But I'm thinking if he helps with Herschel or gets Herschel back, that might... What else could he do, So I'm thinking he will help her this time. And let's just talk about, the look of the city, of course.
Oh, my gosh. They pull up on New York City, and it's just the skyline, like, at night. And it's so eerie because it's eerily quiet because, obviously, it's the apocalypse. And...
Dude, we got walkers falling from the sky.
Yeah, they were falling from the skyscraper.
Fall on down to the sky.
Right? our Maggie Negan and the junior marshal, they're like running, and they at one point they're running from like the walkers, and they actually see this truck, and it's playing really loud music, and it's like leading the walkers right to Maggie and Negan.
Oh, is that like they were kind of like in an alley too? That was a crazy scene.
Oh, the alley scene was really creepy. It makes my skin crawl.
The bugs.
They were hiding behind these garbage pails, but there was like it was like a colony of like roaches and all this other bugs like crawling on them. And Negan's like, nope. He gets up. He'd rather deal with the walkers than have the bugs crawling on him.
Well, then we get that really cool scene where that Creighton Duke guy, what's his name?
Armstrong.
Armstrong.
Pearly Armstrong's his name.
Yeah, Pearly Armstrong actually catches up to them.
Yeah.
And that is kind of like it's an intense scene because he's trying to find them. They're hiding. And
you're hiding in a store. And it's like very reminiscent of like one of the first episodes of the series ever, of The Walking Dead ever, where like Andrea and Rick, Glenn and all them, they're in that superstore or whatever, and the glass like breaks because the same thing happens at this store.
I agree. I feel like this is a whole fresh start on the series, and it's a continuation, but at the same time, it feels fresh and new, and it feels like if I'm excited like this, like I was excited when I first started watching Walking Dead.
Me too. I'm super excited. We also see there's this woman that's like watching Maggie and Negan from like a rooftop.
What was that about?
That was really weird. I don't know. I'm like, but I feel like, I don't know. I don't think maybe she's not a threat. Maybe she could be someone that can help them. I don't know.
We don't know. We just saw the back of her head.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm like, who is this?
We saw this. We saw that.
Yeah. What? The back of her head. So we see inside the store that, Maggie and Negan, they get away from Marshall Armstrong, and then it cuts to the guy, the Croat, like the big bad of this season. And
what a creepy fuck buddy.
Yeah, he's super creepy. He's got like a burn mark like where his ear was. It's so awful.
He's missing an ear like Mick Foley.
Yeah, it's really creepy
wrestling.
looking. Yeah, that's ooh. Yeah. It looks really painful.
But what I was thinking was like, was he a savior? He was a savior.
He was a savior,
but,
yes.
And he has a burn mark. Mm-hmm. So did he get like Dwighted? Like
Negan put the iron? Maybe, yeah. It could be, yeah.
Well, what irony would that be if like Negan did him wrong in the past and now the guy's like coming for Negan? Mm-hmm. Dude.
Yeah, no, but his ear looks really gnarly, and Herschel's kind of trying to be tough.
And by the way, he enjoyed cutting that rope a little too much.
Oh, the zip line? Yeah, there was a prisoner trying to escape at the very end, and the guy's like, and he just cut the line, and the guy falls to his death.
Yeah, the guy is crazy. He has an eerie voice, he has an eerie laugh. But Herschel's like
he's like a teenager now,
like
almost.
Grown up, and
yeah,
it's cool to see him a little bit older, that character, and old enough to talk, old enough to know what's going on.
Yeah,
and he seems pretty tough, like his mother and father. You know, because he's like. He's a hostage, but he's like,
I ain't telling you shit. Yeah, that's what he said.
He's like, I ain't telling you shit.
Yeah, but that was great. I'm just glad to see he's okay for now, at least. Hopefully they wouldn't kill off Herschel. I don't know.
Oh, and to go back, I can't believe I'm going back to the intro towards the end of this, but the intro of this was incredible.
Oh yeah, and the burning of New York.
If you watch closely, like the intro of this thing, the song's awesome. But we see explosions in New York City.
Yeah, helicopters.
We see a helicopter tank. The government. It basically shows what happened in New York.
The beginning of the apocalypse.
How they handled the apocalypse. What happened there? Similar to Georgia, I would assume, but it's different because it's a different location. But we saw familiar things: a tank, a chopper.
Yeah.
Chopper. A chopper.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
No, it was really awesome, and there was also a scene in this episode that we forgot to mention where Maggie is having nightmares of what happened to Glenn, and I think that was what was stirring up all these hateful feelings towards Negan when you have like the PTSD from such a traumatic event like that.
Well, yeah, that season is where we heard that episode.
Full circle
is where we heard that for whistle. That's where we met Negan. That's where we lost Glenn.
Yeah,
and a lot of people, it's a hard episode to watch. A lot of people stop watching the show because of that episode. But that episode is fucking brilliant to me because we're still talking about it, and there's a spin-off, and the storyline's still going on. So it's like, I call it a spin-off when I said I don't think of it like a spin-off.
Well, we know what you mean, Rob.
You know damn well what I'm talking about. There's a continuation.
Yes, there you go.
And we're still talking about that scene, man. Like, these characters are so awesome and powerful that, like, we're still talking about it. And, like, you know what? I'm so excited for, like, this new start. I think Maggie and Negan together awesome combo.
Yes, great chemistry.
I like the new characters that I met.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody.
The setting's great. No, we're super excited for this new season, guys. We're going to be covering every episode on our channel. So make sure if you're a big fan of The Walking Dead. Or us, or just horror in general, make sure you are clicking that bell to be notified about all of our new horror movie trailer reactions, horror movie reviews,
even if you don't like us. Even if you don't like us.
Subscribe, come on.
Just watch for The Walking Dead and Dead City.
Yeah, there you go.
You could hate us. You could say, screw, fuck you, Rob, piece of shit. I hate you. Hope you die. But I'm going to subscribe anyway.
Yeah. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Once again, I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Rob.
And we'll see you guys soon.